Hej, kontynuujemy Memento Mori. Przed nami 6. akt. No i kierujemy Maxem. Na szczęście już wszystko jest z nim w porządku. Nieźle się prezentuje. Jest w dobrej formie jak na faceta, który ledwo przeżył tak naprawdę.
Malvin doesn't like to get mail reminding him of the past. But I lost my cell phone beneath the Hermitage. And my address book is back in France. So I don't have a lot of choice.
Join the rest of us in the 21st century. You can go through your contacts from the computer here. Russia isn't in the Dark Ages.
Just forget I said it. Thanks.
A tutaj taka braterska relacja. No to jest ciekawe, bo rzadko w sumie rozmawia się z członkami rodziny, prowadząc śledztwo, zwłaszcza w grach przygodowych.
Perhaps they left some food for me in the fridge.
Czy może rozmawiać to się...
Not much, that's a pity.
To się i rozmawia, ale tutaj on wygląda na to, że może będzie nam pomagał w tym śledztwie, co jest ciekawym rozwiązaniem.
Well, Lara doesn't need it, and I could use it.
Max, your cell phone is somewhere beneath the Hermitage, so take this one. I've saved 2 numbers on it, mine and Ostankovich's. Add the rest yourself, if you like.
No, telefon zawsze się przyda. Mieliśmy na początku sytuację, w której Lara nie miała dostępu do telefonu, no już był problem. Ciekawy wygaszacz ekranu, słoneczniki. No, tak swoją drogą, czasem fajnie jest się przenieść w te czasy, nawet 10 czy kilkanaście lat temu, żeby porównać właśnie, jaki był styl, wystrój wnętrz, czy choćby technika, jak wyglądała w porównaniu do tego, co jest teraz. Zakończenie współpracy. Szanowny panie Durant, pańska nieobecność na 2 z 3 zaplanowanych wykładów w tym tygodniu wskazuje, że nie traktuje pan poważnie naszej oferty na uniwersytecie. Dlatego nie uważamy już pana za kandydata na stanowisko profesora gościnnego. Z wyrazami szacunku, Boutro. Profesor gościnny, może tak jak u nas profesor nadzwyczajny. To jest takie trochę zabawne, że zwyczajny jest tym prawdziwym profesorem, a nadzwyczajny no to jest taki bardziej mianowany, tytułowy. No dobra. No to myślę... Chyba, że... A właśnie, bo trzeba by było wysłać do tego Malvina maila. To niepotrzebnie wychodziłem. Trop złodzieja. Cześć Malvin. Pamiętasz, że kiedyś powiedziałeś, że jesteś mi coś winien? Cóż, potrzebuję twojej pomocy. Wyobraź sobie hipotetyczną sytuację. Ktoś gdzieś kradnie bardzo cenny obraz. Powiedzmy, że z XIX wieku. Oczywiście czysto hipotetycznie. Chciałbym to przeczytać, bo mnie interesuje, co napisał. Myślę, że to normalne, że każdego powinno interesować.
This man is an ace.
Czyli nie mamy teraz dostępu do tej wiadomości. No cudownie. No dobra. Czyli zwróciliśmy się do niego najpewniej z pytaniem, kto mógłby skraść taki obraz, albo gdzie mógłby go ukryć. No nie dokończyłem, bo mi gra nie pozwalała. No jest trochę takich irytujących z tego, co widzę tutaj elementów, tak jak ta zagadka z pierwszego odcinka, nieprecyzyjna, tak jak tutaj, nie pozwolili mi doczytać maila. No ale okej, wysłaliśmy maila z prośbą o pomoc do Malvina. No i co, może przejdziemy do pokoju cioci? A nie, jeszcze może zajrzymy za zasłonę.
A can of green spray paint. It hasn't been used for a long time. The nozzle is blocked up. Well, it might be useful for something.
Spray. Trudno powiedzieć, po co nam może być. Chyba do aktu wandalizmu jakiegoś. No ale i tak nie działa, bo dysza jest zapchana. A ten dywan też jest ładny.
Laura's aunt seems like a nice old lady, but she's got a strange look in her eyes, and not exactly a pleasant one. A crystal ball. Do people really still believe in that nonsense?
A, czyli poznaliśmy stosunek do tego typu rytuałów wróżenia Maxa. No i Max i Lara są dość sceptycznie nastawieni, tak jak pewnie większość społeczeństwa, do tego typu rzeczy.
Good morning. I'm Maxime Durand. Lara told me I could stay here for a while.
Of course I welcome you to our humble abode. Tell me, do you believe in a higher power? In fate?
No, I don't trust in such things. Not since a certain time.
Oh, what happened to you?
I don't like talking about it.
Never mind. But since you don't believe in anything, you won't mind my telling your fortune from the cards?
Well, why not? I'm your guest, so I won't decline.
Great. Come closer then. Don't be afraid. Do you see? Greater Arcana. Your past, present, and future. All in 21 cards. The wisdom of the ages.
Well, I should tell you up front that I don't really believe in such things.
You say you don't believe, but I can sense your fear. You don't need to be ashamed. Very few can look at their fate without trembling.
It's all nonsense. Has anything that you ever predicted come true?
I knew my son would die. I knew when and I knew how.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't mean to.
It's all in the past. What will you do? Are you going to take a card?
Ciekawy jestem, czy to jest losowe. Niby możemy wybrać karty, ale być może niezależnie od tego, na którą klikniemy, to gra i tak wskaże te same. Zaraz to sprawdzę, bo przygotowywałem się do nagrywania.
The Hanged Man, number 12, planet Neptune, the Hebrew letter Mem. The man hanging upside down is Odin. He sacrificed himself for knowledge, hung upside down for 9 days, weak and hurt, and then illumination came. He understood the meaning of the runes that he was searching for.
And what does that have to do with me?
Illumination is awaiting you, knowledge, but it will come at a cost. You'll have to pay for it, sooner or later. Just like he did, you'll pass a test. Take another card.
Czyli tak jak się spodziewałem, niezależnie od tego, którą kartę klikniemy, no to i tak gra wskaże nam tę samą. Szkoda trochę, bo byłoby to ciekawe doświadczenie, gdybyśmy rzeczywiście mieli jakiś wpływ na to, co nam wypadnie tutaj.
Number 6, Vav, the High Priest. He who stands on the borders of two worlds, of this world and the spiritual world to which he holds the key. He possesses a secret. But that's not you. It's someone you will meet. Someone new. Someone who knows the path. Next card. The World. The last 21st card. In the Kabbalah, it's called Tav. It symbolizes a perfect union, but also a transition. The end of one cycle and the beginning of the next one. The highest goal, The full circle.
Well, this is not exactly specific, is it?
Don't tell me you can't sense it. You're on a path that's going to change your whole life. And there's danger everywhere around you. Deadly danger. I don't need cards to know that. I felt it as soon as you stepped over the threshold.
Maybe I should go now.
One more card.
I don't think this is a good idea.
A card. Point to it. You won't even turn it over? Not even to see your own future there?
Please, look at it yourself. I'm leaving. To be honest, I've got enough trouble of my own as it is, without you scaring me.
Me turn it over? No. It's already been decided who will turn it over, and it's not me. The card stays where it is.
No dobra, to taki motyw, że pewnie odwróci ją w pewnym momencie i zobaczy coś strasznego, jakaś śmierć czy coś w tym rodzaju, skoro tak to wygląda, bo w tej chwili odwrócić jej nie możemy. Ewentualnie ktoś inny, Lara, ją odwróci i zobaczy coś takiego. No zobaczymy, jak to się rozwinie.
I'm not going to listen to her anymore. I don't need her scaring me with her nonsense. I wrote Melvin the mail for help, but Ostankowicz won't be overjoyed when he hears my version with monks and the stolen De La Roche.
Go for a walk, look again at everything in the Hermitage, talk to people to refresh your mind, and perhaps you'll discover something new. Something more conventional, so to speak. Something Ostankowicz will like better than the monks.
That's a good idea.
Być może nie ma lepszego rozwiązania niż mnisi, bo po prostu mnisi są w to zamieszani. Trudno, żeby dać Ostankowiczowi coś, z czego będzie zadowolony, skoro prawda jest taka, że są to mnisi. Chyba że rzeczywiście rozwiązanie jest inne, ale to był mnich. Zobaczymy, jak prezentuje się muzeum za dnia. Ja bardzo lubię odwiedzać te same lokacje w różnych porach właśnie doby. Za dnia, w nocy, a czasem się zdarza, że i w różnych warunkach pogodowych, w różnych porach roku. No i ta sala już wygląda całkiem ładnie, kiedy jest oświetlona. Bo tak to nic nie było widać konkretnego.
The barriers are back in their place, and a guard is there. So what else could it be I missed yesterday?
No tutaj widać, o czym rozmawiają. Chciałby dalej przejść, ale nie może.
Excuse me, I overheard your conversation.
Sure. Why are you here if you don't know how to guard the things you...
And has nobody told you that you are too loud?
I would like to know how you would feel in my place. Every week, I come here to study the painting at the end of the corridor. Every week. And now, someone damages it.
Unfortunately, things like that happen in crowded museums.
In that case, they should stop visitors from entering the museum. I repeat, I would like to know how it is possible...
No ciekawe rozwiązanie. To po co byłoby muzeum?
One of the security cameras.
And who will give me an answer? I want to talk to your superior.
Yes. Do you need something?
Well, not really. Thanks. I'll take a look around and come back to you later.
I repeat,
A chciałem go zapytać o
I
kamerę.
didn't notice the security camera yesterday. It could reveal something.
I'm unable to answer that. Yes. Do you need something?
Those security cameras, are they on all the time?
Sure.
And the recordings are stored?
Of course. You never know when you might need them. The police have just taken them. I really don't know why.
I see. Thanks.
how come the guards didn't prevent the damage? It's what they're...
No dobra, to teraz wracamy do Ostankowicza. Skoro policja je zabrała, to znaczy, że Ostankowicz powinien je mieć. Szkoda, że nie ma dostępu do mapy z menu. To by było łatwiejsze. Tutaj jednak kilka takich przelotów, przejść pomiędzy ekranami trzeba zrobić, żeby dostać się do mapy. No i na milicję idziemy.
Yes, your end. Do you need anything? Well, have you found out anything yet?
I hear you took the camera recordings from the Hermitage. Is there something interesting on them?
Unfortunately, there isn't. They were switched off during the failure. I hoped to see who damaged the painting that hides the secret passage. Curiously, we couldn't find anything.
What do you mean?
The recording from the time of the break-in is nowhere to be found, and nobody knows where it's gone. Overwritten. Our technical boys think it might have been a virus of some sort. Our technicians managed to capture a few images from the hard disk where data was saved before it's written onto the backup CDs. But most of it was already overwritten. Unfortunately, the images we have don't show how the painting was damaged. The guard should have been in a position to notice something, except that during the crucial period he left his post to answer the call of nature. He's no help to us at all. But at least it proves that the exchange of Delaroche, yes, you were right about that too, and the damage of the painting in front of the secret door were interconnected events.
Despite that, you don't want to run a more thorough analysis which would help us find out if perhaps something else disappeared the night before? I understand. You want to cover it up. Could I at least see the shots from the security camera? Maybe I can find something interesting.
Sure. They're on the table over there. But as I've said, they are worthless.
No, trudno prowadzić śledztwo, kiedy wszystko musi być nieoficjalne. Przyjrzyjmy się tym zdjęciom.
Photos from the security camera at the Hermitage.
Ten czas jest istotny, bo tu jest godzina konkretna.
It's noon right now. It's normal that there are visitors in the museum. The guard is on duty here. There's nothing strange about that. The painting is not damaged at this point. The painting seems intact here. There's something wrong with the time given here. The period covered seems too short. The image is bad. I can't really comment on this. There's noise in this image, making parts of it distorted and difficult to see. It's not bad enough that it would conceal the guard's presence, though. The painting seems intact here. The image is bad. I can't really comment on this.
Kolejne zdjęcie.
In this image, the painting is clearly damaged.
Okej, czyli tu jest już uszkodzony.
It's noon right now. It's normal that there are visitors in the museum. The guard wasn't there, and now here he is. That was probably the moment when he went to the restroom. An afternoon visitor in the museum. This is going nowhere. The painting seems intact here.
Dobra, czyli ten jest uszkodzony, tak? Czy nie?
In this image, the painting is clearly damaged.
Tak, jest uszkodzony, bo jest też ten fragment ramy tutaj.
The painting's now damaged. That thing on the floor below would be a frame fragment.
12:06 i 15 sekund. A tutaj była 12:05 i 57 sekund.
The painting is not damaged at this point.
I co, i 18 sekund minęło i został uszkodzony w ciągu tych 18
The
sekund?
guard standing here. This would be the moment before he went to the restroom. Yes, that's it. This will surely convict him. The time when the guard was away is a bit too short for him to go to the restroom and make it back. He's involved in it. Either he damaged the paintings or he pissed into the flower pots in the gallery. Did Ostankowicz really miss that?
No właśnie, bo nie byłoby go 18 sekund, to ta toaleta trochę krótka by była. A tutaj 10 sekund pomiędzy zdjęciami, no tutaj go akurat nie ma.
I've looked at the images, and I've found something.
Really? Tell me.
One shot was taken before the painting was damaged, and the other one after. A guard is in both of them.
Well, that's nothing new. Just when the painting was vandalized, the guard was on the toilet. The culprit probably waited for him to leave, then damaged the painting.
I think the guard is lying. Only seconds pass between the first and the second shot where the painting is already damaged. The guard is in both of them. What's the probability that he went to the restroom and came back in seconds?
Damn it. You're right, Gerard. How come nobody else noticed that? That guard could really help us move this case forward. I must admit that you surprised me. A lot. Go to the Hermitage now and try to get something out of that guard. You'll recognize him from the photographs we have from the recording. I want to know how he's involved.
No dobra. Sprawdzimy, czy on tam jest. Oj. Kurczę, no. Nagle się tekst... Czasem tak jest w grach, że nagle się pojawia tekst. Ni stąd, ni zowąd. Jak chcę kliknąć przejście do kolejnej lokacji. Także nie przeczytaliśmy. Trudno. Jedziemy do muzeum. No i to był strażnik.
Damn it, I've gone through all the rooms and the guard's nowhere to be found. Ostankowicz should know about it.
No, bardziej dynamiczna muzyka się od razu włączyła.
Colonel, the guard from the Hermitage has disappeared. Vanished into thin air.
Do you want to talk it over with me before you speak to her? It depends on how well received by the critics this exhibition. You're probably right.
No czasem nie ma voice actingu. Już drugi raz się takie coś przytrafiło.
As I've said before,
No dobra. Jeszcze raz wchodzimy. O. Jest już jakiś strażnik, ale inny, bo tamten był łysy.
Good morning, sir. Do you need something?
Good morning. Your colleague, the one who was here before you.
Yes, Ilya Fedorov. He isn't here, I'm afraid. But he might be back soon.
Why? What happened?
He had to leave. Said a doctor phoned him. Probably something to do with his daughter. Poor man.
With his daughter?
He's got a little girl. She's really sick, poor child. He thought it better to move her to his mother's, so the girl would have someone with her all the time.
And where does she live?
Old Mrs. Fedorov? On the Makarov embankment. There's a disco or something near there. You can't miss it. She complains about the noise constantly. But tell me, who are you? Why are you asking?
I'm just an acquaintance. Goodbye.
No, takie informacje podaję, nie wiedząc, z kim rozmawiam. No ale zdarza się, są tacy ludzie, że wszystko wszystkim powiedzą. Już przy pierwszej rozmowie nie muszą wiedzieć, z kim rozmawiają nawet. No dobra, mamy to miejsce. Tylko się zastanawiam... Może najpierw jeszcze zajrzę do cioci.
Young man, would you mind fetching my cup of coffee? It'll be on the kitchen worktop.
No i pewnie jest tutaj, ale Andrzej zasłania to miejsce. O!
Thank you. It's nice to have a guest here. Laura doesn't visit me very often. She's probably very busy in France.
I've got mail. When I've got a minute, I should read it. Good thing that Lara's aunt still has an old PC.
No, telewizor też jest stary. Właśnie to, co mówiłem o technice, chociaż w 2000... tam w okolicach 2010 roku już raczej takich telewizorów nie było. Komputer z garbem też. Też już był przeżytek w tym czasie. Trop złodzieja.
This will definitely be interesting for Lara. I should write to her at once.
Na szczęście pozwolą mi przeczytać maila. Właśnie. Jak myślisz, gdzie mógłby pojawić się ten obraz? Do kogo mógłby trafić? Dzięki. Czyli teraz mamy dostęp do naszego maila. Odpowiedź OK, ale potem jesteśmy kwita. Słyszałem, dla kogo teraz pracujesz, więc nigdy więcej się ze mną nie kontaktuj. Co do hipotetycznych obrazów, jeśli są naprawdę cenne, potencjalny kupujący będzie chciał potwierdzić ich autentyczność. Jest były fałszerz obsługujący najbogatszych nabywców. Jedyną rzecz, jaką o nim wiem, to, że używa symbolu puszki Pandory jako swojego podpisu, Malvin. To też jest jakiś przestępca, skoro przeszkadza mu, z kim współpracujemy. Dobra. Napiszemy do niego? Dzięki, Malvin, to dokładnie to, czego szukałem. Jestem ci winien przysługę, Max. Dobra. Zdążyłem. A może jeszcze coś napiszemy do Lary? Kradzież obrazu. Cześć Lara, wydaje mi się, że mam trop. Ktokolwiek kupi oryginał, będzie chciał potwierdzić jego autentyczność. Jest osoba, która robi to dla kupujących, nie zadając zbyt wielu pytań. Niestety wiem tylko tyle, że zamiast podpisu używa znaku puszki Pandory. Spróbuj to sprawdzić. Naprawdę potrzebuję teraz twojej pomocy, Max. Musiałem zwiększyć tempo.
Ostankowicz, what does he want this time?
Nie no, odbieramy.
The guard. We have him here, locked up like he should be.
Have you got any more news?
Come to my office. Right now, we can discuss it here.
No dobra. To przynajmniej wiemy, gdzie teraz trzeba iść.
Here you are. Good. I had the guard brought in, but there's a problem. I can't interrogate him.
You can't have him interrogated? Why not?
Isn't it obvious? Nobody in the department can find out about this. It would cause a scandal in the press if anything leaked. I can't just start asking the guard if he stole something, or why he damaged the painting, or who switched off the security device, or... So I just have to accept your theory then. That some damn monk stole valuable paintings from the museum right under our noses.
So just interrogate him yourself then. Do it alone. Nobody else needs to listen.
There are certain rules here in Russia. The most important being that all the interrogations must be recorded. If I was the sole interrogator and did not record it, questions would be asked. Before long, someone higher up would start poking their nose into the matter. Or the press. No, I can't do it. But there is one way around it.
What would that be? And why do I feel certain that I won't like the answer? And that it will have something to do with me?
Whatever passes between a legal representative and a suspect is privileged information and can't be recorded. Tell him you are his court-appointed attorney and find out what he knows.
Jak tu prowadzić śledztwo?
So I pretend to be his appointed attorney. Nobody records the conversation, and nobody except me and you ever learns what he said.
Sometimes your powers of comprehension astonish me. Congratulations on your new job, attorney.
Okay. Do I get a diploma?
Very funny. From now on, you'll have access to the guard any time you want. I'll see to it. I don't care how you do it, but make him spill the beans. And since I don't trust you that much, I'll listen in to what you say in there. No technicians, no recordings, no stenographers. But remember, I'll be on the other side of the door. And I'll be all ears.
Nie ufasz mi tak bardzo, dopiero powiedziałeś, że jestem jedynym, któremu ufasz.
I've got mail. When I've got a minute, I should read it. Good thing that Lara's aunt still has an old PC.
Tak, jak tu prowadzić śledztwo? Powiedzcie mi, bo tego nie można zrobić, bo się prasa dowie, bo będzie jakieś zamieszanie. Nawet nie można go przesłuchać, żeby właśnie nikt się nie dowiedział. Nie można mu zadać takich pytań, bo musi być nagrywane. Jak tu prowadzić normalnie śledztwo w takiej sytuacji? No nic. Jesteśmy adwokatem.
Good morning. I am your attorney.
You. You're the man who asked about the security cameras at the museum. Don't try to fool me.
Let's not beat about the bush here. I claim to be your lawyer so that this conversation doesn't have to be recorded. I need to know about that damaged painting and what exactly happened the night after. If you tell me what I need, I'll do everything I can to get you released.
I know nothing about it. I just went to the restroom and someone vandalized the painting while I was there.
We have evidence that you ruined it yourself.
What evidence is that? The camera recordings? Can you see anyone destroying the painting in them? Did you see me doing it?
No.
Then you can hardly blame me for anything, can you? Leave me alone. I want a lawyer, a real one. I've got to get back to my daughter.
Ta córka, no i ten adres, który się pojawił na mapie, to jest teraz pewnie klucz.
I can beat him to death with a chair leg. I don't need a notebook for that.
A tak, wybrałem, bo fajny tekst. Ale nie będziemy go tuc nogą od krzesła, na szczęście. Pójdziemy do mieszkania jego małżonki. Ej, nie, ja chcę... No właśnie, bo to jest ciekawe w tej grze. I w takim razie zrobimy inaczej. Że można trochę różnie podchodzić do tych problemów, bo na przykład, kiedy teraz pójdę do domu, porozmawiam z André.
And where are you heading now? I mean, if it's not so secret that even your own brother can't know.
Various places. For one thing, I definitely want to see the guard's daughter.
That's a good idea. And of course, you were just about to ask me to join you.
No to właśnie, możemy iść sami, możemy iść z nim.
Sure, but I have to do something before that, okay?
Certainly. Why not?
Jeszcze tam mail do nas doszedł. Max, próbowałam przeszukać bazę danych, ale niestety nie znalazłam nikogo o takim kryptonimie. Dam ci znać, gdy dojdę do czegoś. Porozmawiamy później. Lara.
I'll write to her as soon as I have more information.
Dobra. No to teraz już chyba możemy jechać. Tutaj. I mamy ze sobą André. Także jest to ciekawy koncept.
Listen, I'd just like to ask...
Where did we get ourselves? That's my question. Oh, they've got expensive cars and clothes, but people should be important to them. That's civilization. The modern age.
I'm not quite sure I know what you're talking about.
I am saying that we no longer listen to each other. I know all the people around here. I know what they like, what dreams they have, yes, their troubles. And that's because I am interested. I am not robot in designer clothes.
Well, I'd better go now.
Grigor, policeman from house over there, abandoned by his wife. Bartender from club. She's rough, but she has her troubles too. The girl, being ill, from the 3rd floor would love to have a pet. And do you think they will buy it for her? Semyonov from the ground floor. He hasn't received his paycheck for 3 months. I know everything. That's because I'm interested in people. Perhaps I don't wear expensive clothes, but I like people.
That's really, really good of you. I'm sure we'll chat again later.
No niby jedna z takich losowych rozmów, jakie czasem pojawiają się w przygodówkach, że rozmowa dla rozmowy, z której nic nie wynika, ale ta ostatnia informacja o sąsiadach, o barmance może być jednak użyteczna.
Andre, thanks for coming with me, but I have to tell you, this won't be a pleasant trip.
That's what brothers are for, to help each other, right?
You're right, but I'm trying to put someone in prison. He's got a little daughter, and she's ill. Can you imagine how she'll feel?
The guard should have thought about that before he started vandalizing paintings.
I'll be to blame. If I had left the pictures alone, if I hadn't spoken to Ostankovich, none of this would be happening. I won't be able to look at myself in the mirror.
And you would be in prison, big brother. Come to your senses. This is your fight too. Do you want to end up on the losing side?
Oh, damn it, Andre, what have we got ourselves into?
No taka twoja rola niestety. Albo stety.
Hello? Dad is at the museum and Granny has gone shopping. It's boring being home all alone, not even having a pet to play with.
Hi, I'm Max. What's your name?
Tanya. But I mustn't speak with strangers.
I'd just like to talk about your daddy. Tanya? Are you there?
No, nie może rozmawiać z nieznajomymi, więc zamknęła drzwi. Sprawdźmy ten hydrant.
I think there's some thinner there.
No i dobra, teraz już wyjdźmy stąd. Będziemy musieli jakoś coś zadziałać, żeby móc porozmawiać z dziewczynką. Tutaj jest... możemy udać się w głąb osiedla. Zobaczymy, co tam się znajduje. Jakiś klub. I graffiti.
Interesting graffiti. This kind of thing does fascinate me. If it's not sprayed on a house that's 300 years old, of course.
Ostatnio byliśmy w klubie w The Moment of Silence, z tego co pamiętam. Z podobną muzyką.
Just get out of here, we're closed.
I see quite a lot of people are here after closing time.
Look, I haven't had a break for 20 hours, so leave me alone, will you? Without Victor, this shift is a real pisser. Victor would have thrown those pricks out long ago. Didn't you hear? Go home, we're closed.
Come on, Nada, give me another vodka. Don't spoil the fun, huh?
Just kiss my ass and get out. You still here? Great. The place full of idiots, and now we have a deaf one as well.
A, niezbyt przyjemna.
You could just switch off the music and the lights.
And then there would be a riot. They've been drinking since yesterday, especially the one with the crazy hair. He spray paints the whole area, like he's marking his territory.
The graffiti at the entrance is his work?
Yeah, his bloody signature. And he drags that smelly animal everywhere. He could at least clean out its box. It stinks like a monkey house here. Did you hear that? Go to hell with your stupid iguana. Why should we put up with the stink?
Don't get so upset, Nada. Just pour me another one. Iggy and me have a terrible thirst.
Maybe I could help.
Forget it. Victor is the only person who can handle this. Damn it, where the hell is he?
Rosyjski rap. W tej chwili. No, trochę tego rosyjskiego rapu kiedyś słuchałem. Także znam kilka piosenek. Właściwie taki rapcore trochę. No dobra. Teraz dowiedzieliśmy się... Znaczy trudno się dziwić, że ona jest zdenerwowana. Chciałaby pewnie już zamknąć, iść do domu, się przespać, a nie może.
What do you want? Do you know who I am? Did you see the graffiti outside? It means this is my turf. Get it? It's mine. And where the hell's the beer?
And who's going to pay? Pay and you'll get it.
Horrible business. And why are you staring like that? Why don't you give me a smoke?
I don't have any cigarettes, but I wanted to ask...
What about if I give you a proper kicking?
No, I was just interested in the graffiti outside.
So what? It's my masterpiece. Do you get it? An ignoramus like you could never understand. You'd better just go away. I won't talk art with someone who does not understand one bit.
Są tacy ludzie.
That's exactly right.
Zrobili coś, co w ich mniemaniu jest powodem do dumy, albo też wykonują jakiś zawód i patrzą na innych z góry, jakby byli lepsi. Tak to bywa, niestety. No dobra, zamalujmy graffiti. Spray nie działał, miał jakieś tam dysze zapchane, ale mamy też rozpuszczalnik.
See? The thinner dissolved the paint blocking the nozzle. I think the spray can should work now. It's too big. I can't wipe it away with the rest of the thinner in the can.
Chyba tym, a nie rozpuszczalnikiem.
Good. Now my tag is on top. Maxus eras hic fuit. I was here, Max. Someone will be very annoyed now.
Sure, and I'm the one who behaves like a child.
This might come as a surprise, brother, but I'm not doing this to satisfy my artistic inclinations. I've got a plan.
Są pewnym urozmaiceniem te braterskie rozmowy. Całkiem sympatycznym. No jak na tak, to niezbyt ładny. Tyle powiem. No, teraz już taki metal, można powiedzieć.
Why are you staring like that? Did you get the smokes?
I don't have any cigarettes, kid. But that graffiti outside, that's your work, isn't it?
What about it? Don't like it? I don't give a damn. It's real art and the likes of you just don't get it.
It's just that someone sprayed over it. People just won't leave anything alone these days.
What? Which bastard? He'll pay dearly for that.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Who's going to pay your bill? Great. Well, at least he's gone for now.
No i teraz musimy wykorzystać informacje, które od tego pijaka uzyskaliśmy. Mianowicie, że dziewczynka chciałaby dostać zwierzaka. A tu jest iguana.
Look, I'm taking away the club pet.
Yeah, give him a kiss from me. I'll really miss him.
Trochę sarkazmu.
Luckily, the sprayer's gone. I don't know how I would explain taking his mascot away from the club.
No i wracamy do dziewczynki. Dawanie zwierząt w prezencie w takiej sytuacji, kiedy naprawdę tej dziewczynki nie znamy i nie znamy jej sytuacji. No, celu święca środki. Tylko to tłumaczę, bo normalnie nie byłoby to najlepszym pomysłem. Ale okej, przynajmniej wiemy, że słyszeliśmy, że chce mieć zwierzaka. Nie wiemy jakiego dokładnie, no. Inna sprawa.
Tanya, I've got a present for you here. A pet.
Wow, a lizard. What's its name? Can I keep it?
Sure you can keep it. And you can give it any name you want to.
And what's your name?
I'm Andre.
We've got a boy in our class, and his name is Vaclav Andreevich. That's almost like your name, isn't it?
Sure, if I lived here in Russia, my name would probably be Andreevich.
Daddy told me not to speak with strangers. They might take me on another trip, and that would make Daddy sad. But now that I know your name, you can't be a stranger, can you?
I know your daddy. What about your trip? Can you tell me about it?
2 men took me on a trip right after school. I spent 2 days on a farm. We went to the forest, fed the animals, and it was really good fun. Only I couldn't call Daddy because it was a secret trip, and if I called him, I would spoil the whole thing. But when they brought me back, Daddy was kind of sad, and he told me I had to be careful because they could have hurt me. But they were nice, and I don't think they would hurt anybody because they were so nice.
I see. Well, Daddy's right. You shouldn't go anywhere with strangers. Anyway, I'm off now.
Will you see Daddy?
Of course I'll talk to him.
Wait a minute, then tell him to come soon, and give him Katya, so he won't feel sad.
Sure, I'll give her to him, along with the message.
No dobra, czyli sytuacja
Well, I
wygląda...
must admit I'm tired. If you don't need me, I'll go back to the flat.
Sure. I can't do much here anyway. And, Andre...
Yes?
No matter what I said earlier, I'm glad you're here with me.
Come on. I'd better go before you start crying.
Mogę już mówić, czy nie mogę? Sytuacja wygląda w tej chwili tak, że już zapomniałem, co miałem powiedzieć. Nie no, że porwali dziewczynkę, z tego co można było wywnioskować, żeby zmusić strażnika do współpracy najprawdopodobniej. No na to wygląda. Z tym, że jeśli porwali dziewczynkę, no on ją przeniósł do mieszkania, w którym tam mieszkała jego żona, tak? Z tym, że tutaj z babcią zostawił dziewczynkę, babcia wyszła. No i to trochę to nie jest bezpieczne, że ona tutaj sama w tej chwili przebywa, kiedy została porwana pewnie parę dni temu, czy może parę tygodni temu, trudno powiedzieć, jak długo ten proces trwał. No i no, nie powinna w takiej sytuacji zostawać sama. Zawsze ktoś powinien przy niej być. Tym bardziej, że jest to wciąż dziewczynka, nie wiem ile może mieć lat. 10, może nawet mniej. Dobra. No to wracamy do aresztu.
Your daughter sent you this.
You monster! Don't touch her! Leave her alone! She's got nothing to do with it! Do you understand?
Calm down, I don't want to hurt her.
She's ill. She's very ill. She needs peace and quiet.
I've talked to her. They kidnapped her and blackmailed you, right?
They got her outside the school and took her out of the city. I was afraid I wouldn't see her again. You don't know what it's like.
What did they want from you?
They wanted me to damage that painting. They told me how to do it. They said no one would ever know if I did exactly what they told me. Once the transfer was complete, I took the CD and threw it away. The original recording was being overwritten at that moment, so it was useless. I told myself it was only a small price to pay to have Tanya back at home, alive and unharmed.
But that's not all of it, is it?
No. I called them right back, but they told me it wasn't over yet. They hid a small disc in the restroom for me to pick up. You know, the sort of disc you can use to store music and programs on. I put it in one of those big computers in the server room and ran a program that was on it. I have no idea what it did. It looked like nothing, to tell the truth.
I don't really understand it, but I think it contained a virus. And it turned off the security devices at a certain time.
But I didn't want to hurt anyone. I just wanted them to give Tanya back to me. She's ill. She needs rest. Please look after her. You found her so they can find her too.
Don't worry. I believe they won't come back for your daughter. They got from you what they wanted. Your daughter is safe. Trust me. I need to know some details so that we can catch these guys. Have you ever seen them with your own eyes?
Only one of them. When he brought Tanya back, he warned me not to talk to anyone about this stuff.
What did he look like?
It was strange. He wore robes, like some sort of monk, and he had a tattoo on his neck.
A tattooed monk? You really expect me to believe that?
It sounds strange, I know, but it's the truth.
Look, I won't lie to you. Things don't look good for you. If you want my help, give me more information. Something that I can use.
The next morning, the older one called me. They couldn't get everything they wanted done in the Hermitage. Someone was going to have to come back and finish the job. He wanted my help again.
But Ostankovich threw everyone out of the Hermitage that second night.
Yes, I told myself that was a good thing. There was no need for me to help them. That their man would be undisturbed. With no one there, he could do what he needed and would all be happy.
Well, finally something useful.
No dobra, no to chyba mamy wszystko, czego chcieliśmy się dowiedzieć. No rzeczywiście, znów mamy mnicha. Wracamy. No i zobaczmy, czy dostaliśmy jakiegoś maila. Nie.
I'll write to her as soon as I have more information.
No dobra, w takim razie jeszcze wrócimy. Do aresztu.
I have a pencil and paper. Could you draw the tattoo?
And let me have a go. It looked like this, roughly.
Strange. It looks like some kind of writing. Something ancient, probably from the Near East. I don't understand it. I must call Lara to see if she can help me with it. Lara isn't answering her phone. Just when I need to talk to her. Damn it. I hope she at least reads her emails.
No tak, trochę za wcześnie chciałem skorzystać z komputera. Teraz już rzeczywiście mamy te informacje, bo coś tam nam narysował, ten tatuaż. No i zobaczymy, czy Lara będzie mogła nam przekazać jakieś konkretne informacje, czy w ogóle się z nią skontaktujemy. Lara, w ogóle nie mogę się z tobą skontaktować przez telefon. Pilnie potrzebuję rady. Nie mogę z tym iść do Stankowicza, bo on uznaje to za fałszywy trop. Proszę, odezwij się najszybciej jak to możliwe. Dzięki, Max.
Sorry, Max. I don't have computer access at the moment. I've just got an email notification. Do you need something important?
Could you please help me with a problem I have here? I've got an interesting clue, but I don't know who to turn to.
A clue? What clue?
I need to find out the meaning of certain symbols. Quite peculiar symbols.
You're in luck. Not far from Moscow Station, there's a private library. It's right on Zagrajmy Prospect. Try talking to the librarian. You shouldn't have a problem if you tell him I sent you.
Great. I knew you'd come up with something.
I'm sorry, my taxi's here. Got to go. Bye for now.
That's done. How about a short walk?
Great. It's time you showed me where to get genuine Russian vodka.
Entree. We've just sent that poor man to prison. We broke up a little girl's family. How can you think about booze at a time like this?
All the more reason to think about it.
Well, I don't plan on a drinking spree. We're going to a library.
I suppose it beats sitting on my ass at Auntie's place, watching Russian television. But we must go out in the evening, promise me that.
All right, if that's what it takes.
Great. Let's get this library business over with. Who's your favorite Russian author, Dostoevsky or Tolstoy? Or do you prefer Gorky?
Andrei, shut up.
Ale Dostojewski w porządku.
Turn your back on all responsibility, on everybody else, and just look out for number one. Just be careful not to end up like your victims. Remember, you are just one short step away from being behind bars yourself.
Jakiś patetyczny trochę ten ton narratora. Tak, Zbrodnia i kara Dostojewskiego mi się podobała, pamiętam. Dobra, kolejny rozdział przed nami. Zakończyliśmy długi rozdział 6, także dziękuję wam serdecznie za uwagę. Trzymajcie się. Już idę do kota, bo mnie woła przez cały odcinek. Do usłyszenia. Pa, pa.